Hello, Christina's World Kitchen. I'm Christina Martinez Williams, and I am going to make some almond cookies. These are almond flour cookies, but they have almond extract in them too. They taste delicious, and they remind me of a shortbread cookie and also like a spritz cookie and a soft cookie. It's like in between. Shortbread's hard, so it's not like that. It's soft, it's dense, but it's like a spritz, but more thick than a spritz. If you like cookies, put cookies in the comments. You're gonna wanna try this one. I am going to walk you step by step as usual. So tell me in the comments where you're watching from. Thumbs up, hearts, share this video with the world so that the world can know that they can have amazing cookies and still have low carb and not spike blood sugar. So I'm going to start with 2 beaten eggs, and I am going to beat these with, they're already beaten, so I'm gonna beat these with, I love beating my eggs with a fondue fork. It's so easy and fast and in a mason jar. And I'm going to beat it with 1/2 cup or 8 tablespoons of melted butter. 1/2 cup, 8 tablespoons melted butter. And then I'm going to add 3/4 cup of allulose monk fruit. This is the Impact brand. It doesn't have a zipper top, so that's why I put it in here. And it's monk fruit and allulose, and that's it. And it bakes very well without any extra like aftertaste or cooling effect. I really love it. You could also use erythritol, stevia, monk fruit, allulose, any combination of those. All right, none of those spike your blood sugar. They're 0 and 1 on the glycemic index, whereas sugar's 54, I think, or maybe even more. So I want to get this well combined. So it's kind of like it's not a paste, it's like a syrup almost. All right, now I'm gonna look at my recipe. This is what they look like. Oh my goodness. All right, now we're going to add, I wanted to make sure that since I can just tell you, and then I can look at it and not forget. 1 teaspoon of, this is the almond extract. I just want to make sure that this isn't going to make it taste something different. All right, 1 teaspoon of almond extract. I think this might be brand new. Let me see if I need to open it. I do. Awesome. 1 teaspoon of almond extract. Almond extract. And then that is all I'm going to add in this. So I'm going to mix this. I can already smell that almond. If you like the smell of almond extract, it's a very distinct smell. It smells good. I like it. It reminds me of Christmas. It reminds me, that's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of spritz cookies. That's what it reminds me of. Those are the ones that you like put in the tube and then you push down and it has a little stencil on the bottom. If you've ever made spritz, made them in the comments. I've made them in the past when I used to not eat this way. But now I don't eat this that way, but I get to make something that tastes so good. Okay, now I'm going to put into here my 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. If I can. That's not 1/2 teaspoon. Let me see. Okay, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda and 1/4 teaspoon of pink salt. 1/4 teaspoon of pink salt. Ah, Renee, hi. You make them the naughty way from your family every Christmas. I don't. And they love these cookies. Okay, 1/4 teaspoon of pink salt. Now, but you know my family all eats this way, so that makes it really easy. Now I just want to kind of mix this around so that I can then add my almond flour to it. I'm going to add 1 cup of almond flour to this just so that I can kind of mix it. I'm kind of a lazy cook, so I don't like to take extra time or do extra things. like mix it in a different bowl. Maybe it would just take me a shorter time, but I just don't like to do it. So I'm gonna just do this, and then I'm going to dump my first cup of, it's all on the top here, so I'm gonna mix it on the top a little bit. My first cup, I have my whisk in here still. I don't really want my whisk in here still, so I'm gonna move it around with my first cup. And then I am going to get rid of this whisk because it's not going to mix well for the rest. And making sure that doesn't fall. I'm looking at my chicken and making sure we're good here. Okay, now I'm going to mix 2 more cups of almond flour. And I'm just gonna drop them in directly. 2 more cups of almond flour, and I have my oven already preheated to 350 degrees. And I am now going to mix this with a regular spatula. So this is like in between shortbread and spritz. In my mind, that's what it tastes. It tastes like shortbread and spritz. I don't know. It's like the mix of that and the kind of mix of that consistency. And it makes a lot, and you make them into little logs. I'll show you my picture again. I'll also make a new one, but this is what they look like. Okay. So I have this here. And that's it. We have all my ingredients in here. So if you want it to be the easiest, you should chill your dough for, I think I have it. Do I have it? Maybe I don't. Oh yeah. You should chill your dough for like at least, well, I put 3 hours in the fridge. That's a long time. I would chill it for like 15 minutes to half an hour in the freezer. And then you can, because it's pretty sticky right now, but once it's chilled, it'll be easier to work with. And then you're gonna create little logs like this big. They're not gonna flatten, they're not gonna rise a whole lot, they're just gonna be like this. And then they're gonna be so good, and they're dense. You want them to get a little golden on the top, and you're gonna cook them for 10 to 15 minutes. 10 to 15 minutes at 350 degrees after you've chilled the dough. So I'm gonna put the dough in the freezer so I don't have to wait so long, because like I said, I am a impatient cook, and so I do everything as simple as possible, as easy as possible, so that I don't have to spend extra time, but I still really like flavor and I really like food. So I still take time, I just don't take extra time when I don't have to. All right, that's it. Here we've got my dough ball. I'm gonna put it in the freezer, and then I'm gonna make those little logs. You can put it on parchment paper or on a silicone mat. I'm gonna use a silicone mat, but you can also put it on parchment paper, and then bake it for 10 to 11 minutes. That's it. Have a wonderful night. From my house to your kitchen. Put cookies in the comments if you like them, and thumbs up, hearts. Share this video. Let me know if you try these. From my house to your kitchen, global flavors and healthy place from around the world. Bye.